Hello, stock traders. This is James with an update on Roku. We're going to do a quick review of the stock, find out where it's at, find out where it's been, find out where it's going. A quick look at the numbers. Today is March 11th, 2023. Roku, ticker symbol Roku, $59.99. In 5 years, it's up 67%. Pretty good long-term investment. You look at the 5-year chart, you see the big whoa, and then we go, whee, it looks like a roller coaster. And the roller coaster ride story is about COVID. Greatly intervened with the life of this company. Apparently, during coronavirus, everybody went out and bought a Roku. Sales got absolutely crazy by the earnings of 2021. People were still locked up in some states all the way through 2021 almost. They quit buying Rokus. Ta-da! We're not selling any Rokus anymore. So now it's starting to flatten out. Where does this thing belong? Where was it before? Before all the hullabaloo, it was at $160. That's before COVID even happened. This was a $160 stock. So we know it's got potential for big pop. It was a $100 stock, $147, $160, $130, $119, all before COVID. Today it's at $59.99. What's the problem? Let's see if we can find out together. The market cap of the company, $8.4 billion. They're still huge. Their income statement. Let's look at this annually. They lost money. That's what the problem is. They went from a winner to a loser. They made, actually in 2020, they lost $17 million. Then all of a sudden they became profitable of $242 million. Now that was with the benefit of that big COVID boost. This is 2021. That is disappointing. If the stock would go up that high on their very first profit. Wow, sounds inflated to me. Then they went and lost some money. Ooh, they lost twice as much money as they made. Negative $498 million annually. I don't like that one bit. Let's look at quarter this year. Looks like they're just losing money the longer time goes. 237 million lost last quarter, 122, 112. Loser. Hey, look, they made $23 million. So why do people like this company? Well, I don't know yet. Doesn't look like a $60 stock to me. Their balance sheet. God knows what this is composed of. What's an asset? They're growing. Asset, boom. Up to $4.4 billion in assets. $1.7 billion on the credit cards. Let's hope that's not variable or they're totally screwed. An even bigger problem looming for Roku after looking at these numbers is they are caught up in the Silicon Valley Bank hoopla scandal. They deposited $500 million of their cash. This company has $2 billion cash. Yeah, they have $2 billion in cash. 25% of all of their cash was in Silicon Valley Bank. It's gone now. It's frozen by regulators. They're going to get back about half of this quick. They're going to get back about, well, they lost $500 million. They'll get back $250 quick, and they'll get $250 over the next month to 30 years. It's going to take a really long time to get the other $250. They're going to have to mark this up as a loss. This is lost cash. They lost it by picking the wrong bank. It's not insured. This one here, I would expect, Well, let's see if their one-day chart. Wow. Yeah, see, this doesn't reflect the money lost yet. The news that they were a depositor of SVB happened after Friday's close, and obviously, actually, the late night traders took this thing down another $3. This thing is at actually $2, $58 now. It was down to $56. So it already shook another $4 just because of this Silicon Valley Bank. How bad is that going to be? I made another video with an analysis on how much these companies that have uninsured deposits are going to lose. Basically, here's the scoop. They had $480 billion in deposits. They got rated by the FDIC. They found $175 billion. There's around $200 billion missing. It's not really missing, though. It's been loaned out to people. It's been loaned out, hopefully, a big chunk of it to other banks who might pay it back quickly, which would be very nice. But it's also been loaned out to mortgage holders, people that have mortgages for 30 years. And the FDIC says that they're going to get their percentage of the money right away, and they're going to get the rest when it comes in. There won't be any bailout for can't even say it, Silicon Valley Bank. There won't be any bailout for them. Not in this situation, no. So Roku's on the hook for $250 million. Does this affect their balance sheet like a company that really lost money, like that ran a bad business and lose money, or does it matter whether they were whether it was their fault that they lost money or a hurricane hit? Either way, this $500 million they lost in the last quarter. Let's see what they lost last quarter. $237 million last quarter. If they run another quarter like this, minus the 250 more in SVB losses, you're gonna be losing $500 million for the quarter. Absolutely horrendous. So yeah, this is gonna get worse, and probably a lot worse. Let's look one more time. Their credit cards are going up year after year after year. They're not digging themselves out of debt. They have $2 billion. They could pay off a quarter or half these liabilities if they wanted to. They could be chewing into them. They have more cash than they have liabilities. That's nice to see. They're worth $8.5 billion. Here's some more disturbing news. They have 70 million customers currently. During the fourth quarter earnings, Roku's CEO Anthony Wood suggested the era of the streaming stick is winding down. Wow. The CEO of a streaming stick company saying that the streaming stick is winding down. Clearly, they need to fire him immediately. That is outrageous. Does anyone not stream anymore? It seems like how everyone watches television right now. Are we going back to cable, or are we going back to Air TV? Or did they invent something else that I wasn't told about yet? The streaming stick is dying down. How about you got 3 new competitors and COVID's over, and welcome back to Earth. You're lucky to be $60 a share, considering you just got 3 new competitors. $70 million is a lot, or 70 million customers is a lot. Let's discuss these 70 million customers, and I'll tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly on this channel. Roku is a hardware product. It's not your Sling TV. It's not a monthly recurring. You don't mail them money every month. Maybe their business model is flawed, where when people buy one, they have it. They don't need another one until it breaks. Maybe this should make them lower quality so they break more often. No, I'm just kidding. They got new competitors, though. They sound like they own our TV set. They decide what goes on there. They decided what goes on there. They decided to put open source type software on there where other people could add their channels. And they wanted to play the game of the iPhone, Android type device for your TV set. Um, they're in the hardware business. And it seems like they'd be making more money in the both business. Maybe they should have bought a few channels, you know. Maybe they should have started their own Paramount. Maybe they should have started their own Sling. Um, maybe they could have gotten into some of those businesses. Hell, you own the hardware. You'd think that you'd give yourself top-notch listing across the board on the Roku channel. You know, Roku with all your news channels and your ABC and your NBC, and you could have made a product like that. You have an enormous amount of cash. You could come up with a hot new streaming service tomorrow. I know they're getting diluted too, but they're here to stay. These are the new channels. People are going to stream them faster and faster and faster as time goes by. People like picking what they want to watch instead of watching what the network wants you to watch. People are tired of channel surfing. They just tell their TV what they want to watch. Those days are here. We're not going backwards from those days. Will they have another way of hooking it to your TV set? Not anytime soon. It's coming through internet. It might be a cell phone Roku that picks up cell phone signals instead of Wi-Fi and runs through 5G. Roku could invent that and take over that industry as well. Maybe bring cable to the middle America. They could just hook it up to a cell phone network, a 5G device. Use your brain. This guy here isn't believing in the Roku stick, and I don't like what he said, and I think he needs to be fired. Them as a company, I don't know. Why are they losing so much money? You're selling hardware, you're losing more and more and more over and over and over again. You were profitable in 2021, $242 million, but that was with the COVID bubble. What did they go from 70 million to 150 million customers during COVID or something? Then all of a sudden down to 70 million again? And where did all these people go? Did they go to Apple? Did they go to the other devices? I don't know. I think more devices are going to come out in the future. I think when your Roku breaks, you might just try an Apple. Actually, my Roku broke. No, I moved it to the bedroom, and I went out and bought an Amazon Fire. I can talk to it. It's kind of cool. Better than typing in your searches like the Roku. I think the new Rokus have a thing where you can talk to it also. See what kind of news is coming out. 26% of its cash reserves are stuck in Silicon Valley Bank, the company says. Roku stock falls after disclosure of $425 million in cash. God. Etsy is among the companies impacted by Silicon Valley. Roku warns of potential cash losses from Silicon Valley. Yeah, this is will lose 12% of all of their money pretty much permanently. Not to come back for up to 30 years. So they're going to lose about $200 million probably. Just flat lost. And I don't know. With the weaning customers, they had Sling TV buying Rokus for people for a while. If you signed up for Sling TV, they give you a free Roku. They sell them for $20 retail, which means that they would sell them to the stores for at most $12 to $15, which means somehow under that cost they need to, be able to make one for $6 or $2. I know. Yeah, I mean, it's a Wi-Fi device. It's got some technology inside of it. It's got some assembly required. They're not making Twinkies. They're selling, for like a king size of Reese's peanut butter cups at this point. They try to sell upgraded Roku models, which comes in different colored cases and maybe have a faster processor chip on the inside. They might get $59 retail for that. And they're probably selling that to the stores for $30. And they're probably making that one for $15. But nobody's buying it. Everybody's buying the cheap stick, the cheap one that you can talk to, the one that's $20 to $29. That's the one that everybody picks. It gives you the same software that the other one does, and it goes pretty darn fast if you're going to get the newer ones. But leave in the comments below, how do they compare with your Apple TV? How do they compare with your Amazon Fire? I like Amazon Fire better. The software loads quicker. It doesn't crash as much. I get suggestions of what to watch, like dozens and dozens of all the channels that I've added. It plucks stuff from that to try to show it to me. I can talk to it. I pick Amazon Fire over Roku, but I am a old-time school lover of Roku. Looks like the company's dying, folks. I don't know. I don't think I'd short this thing yet. I got tons of cash, and hopefully they'll get rid of that CEO and get somebody that likes the business he's in. Doesn't think it's over. It's not over. We've just begun. Yes, you can beat Google and Apple and everybody else. You're the one company that came out of this and created all of this. You're not Amazon stealing your idea. You're not Apple and Google stealing your idea. You're Roku. Come on. Wake up. Let's go. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Like my video and subscribe to my channel. More stock updates coming soon. Yeah, they lost too much money. They're going to be down and out for a while. There's more money to be lost. They still don't have figured out how to be profitable. The price on these units are plummeting. There's too many out there. There's last year's edition, the year before's edition. People like me are picking up old ones and using them for years and years more. I've probably got the Roku that came out 4 years ago. I love it. I'm not going to go buy another one until it breaks. It's perfectly fast. I don't know. I'm going to go thumbs down on Roku for now. At this price, let's just check the PE. Let's see what the growth looks like. Oh, they don't have a PE because they don't have any earnings. My bad. I guess they don't have an earnings per share either. Why is it trading at so much money? Why is it $60? No earnings per share. No PE. I mean, God, if it did have a PE, what would it be trading at? 60 times PE? Price per earnings, if they earned $1 a share. Let's see how many shares they have. This is kind of funny. How overblown is this thing? 140 million outstanding shares. So if they made $1 for each one of those shares, they'd earn $1 a share, and their PE would be 60. So this thing's trading at a PE of like freaking 130, 160. I don't know. This is a $20 stock, folks. That's what it belongs at. I don't know how long it's going to take the world to see it. The growth is gone, do you think? What do you think? I don't know. I don't know what's the owner talking about growth being over. It looks like people are still, this thing's still on a trajectory. I guess this is this spike here was supposed to go to here, and it didn't. And then it was supposed to go to here for this year. It probably stayed up around here. I don't know. I'd like to see 2023's growth. But 2020, it didn't grow like it was growing in 2022. It lost some of its pace, its angle. You could draw a line straight through here and miss the roof of this completely. See where I'm waving my stick? Whoa. That's where the growth. So we got a loss in growth. Probably a 10% loss in growth. I don't know. Are they done growing? If they're done growing, you can kiss this PE goodbye. His PE of 120, 130, whatever it is. Absolutely insane. What are you thinking in 25 years that it'll be valued correctly, and when all that growing is done to justify this price? No, they're not going to get that big, folks. They're going to just get more and more competitors. Prices are going to get more and more cheaper. They'll continue to be a name brand until they close the doors. That's going to be a long, long time away, but not if they keep throwing away $200 million a year and losing a quarter of their money in a bank deal. Getting bad luck like that. Roku, $15, $20 stock. I'm going back. Things are worse than they were way before, I think. All those people just bought one, literally. They don't need another one right now. They don't need another one next year. There's too many options. People love these other companies. They're going to get their products. Roku's number 2 on my list of checked out ones. I want to hear about Apple TV, and I want to hear about Google TV. So if anybody can leave in the comments and tell me how you feel about it. Thank you. I'm a no. I'm a yes at $20, maybe $30 or $40, but not $60, not $57. Yeah, they have a lot of cash. The company is worth $8.4 billion, and they have $1.5 billion in cash left, and a product that they can sell at a loss. That's what I'm looking at right here. I don't know. I cut this thing in half, $30. Roku, that's my review. Have a good evening. Like my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Like my video. Have a great night. Good luck, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.